support your parents because they are the God. You cannot see God, but you can see your parents. Who is a God? God is someone who blesses you. So nobody in the world blesses you more than your parents. So show them respect.
আপনি খুব হৃদয় থেকে স্টুডেন্টদের সঙ্গে মেলামেশা করেন, ডে টু ডে ইন্টারাকশন। প্রচুর এডুকেটর আছে যারা আমাকে বলেছে যে আমি আগে খুব মন দিয়ে মেলামেশা করতাম, তারপরে স্টুডেন্টরা আমাকে পেয়ে বসতো, তাই জন্য আমি স্ট্রিক্ট হয়ে গেছি।
You need to create that aura that you cannot say anything and everything under the sun to me. You have to rebuke them. You have to remind them that you cannot do this. People who comes to engineering, their first focus is to skill themselves so that they get a job.
Right.
Some comes loving engineering, some comes without loving that to get a job. Study very hard. But that studying of 25 years is going to support you for the next 50 years. Being a civil engineer, I keep on saying that in order to have a strong structure, you have to have a solid foundation. So this 25 years of solid foundation of academics, of knowledge is going to help you in the long run.
Welcome to another new episode of Student Voice Matters. We are back in the new year and we have with us someone who's one of the most influential educational figures in Eastern India. His contribution to the education industry, primarily his contribution to the Techno India Group, is irreplaceable, immeasurable. We have with us Professor Dr. Sujoy Biswas, who is the CEO and Director of Techno India Group and the Registrar of Techno India University. Sir, I know that you are an incredibly busy man, but the fact that you have taken out little time and provided to us in this podcast, we are grateful, we are honored to have you today. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for inviting me also. The issue is that whenever I get a chance to spread the words of education, spread the words of development, spread the words of motivation among the students in particular, I try to accommodate that in spite of the schedules that I mentioned, which is definitely, I'm not making a overstatement when I say that. Since I follow a number of vocations, time is a little bit less on my side, but I try to balance all of them. And I'm very happy that and feel blessed that I have been invited in such a platform which is heard all over the globe.
I think this also reflects sort of your personality, that you think beyond your work hours. You think because you're passionate about the education, you're passionate about your work with the students. So I would like to begin by saying that you are into multiple fields. You are definitely one of the most influential educational figures today in the country, but you're also a chartered engineer. You're into a lot of valuations. But this education, how did you land up in this industry? Was it by choice or did you just happen to be here and then fall in love with it?
It's a very brilliant question and nobody has asked me before. That's and the very frank answer, I came here by accident, not by choice. I come from a family of academicians. My mother is the principal of a school. My wife is a professor in one of the best colleges in the city or the country, the St. Xavier's College. But I was actually an engineer. I did my schooling from South Point, then my engineering from Jadavpur, had my bachelor's, master and PhD in civil engineering. I did my MBA in systems from Calcutta University, ISWBM, and I stood first class first with that. And I was very happy starting my career with M.N. Dastur and Company, the biggest steel plant consultant in the world at that point of time, the late 80s and the early 90s. Worked there for 12 years. Then when I completed my master's in management, that MBA, I stood first and I had systems as my specialization paper, and I got a chance with one of the leading software companies at that point of call it DSQ software. And I had an exposure of 26 countries in 24 months, traveling in and out of the country. Then I landed up in a company in Baltimore, in Washington, based out of Baltimore, Washington. And from that company, which used to do security jobs in the United States, I landed up doing security jobs in Kolkata, in West Bengal. I headed police computerization and of West Bengal Police and Kolkata Police under the aegis of Weber Technology Limited, and worked for about 6 years before I had a small entrepreneurial setup and landed up in Techno India Group, the chairman of the group being a neighbor of me for long years. gave me an opportunity to serve Techno India. I thought that I will be there. I'll use that as a stopgap. But the love was so great, the passion was so catching that I have completed more than 17 and a half years right at this point of time.
Almost 2 decades when you joined Techno India, and currently I think when you say Techno India, there isn't a student body in this throughout this country that won't recognize. So when you started off to being a leader, what all did you have to, like, I'm pretty sure that your life went through a lot of changes in these 17 and a half years, almost 2 decades. In this education industry, when one comes in with a perspective of business and education, how do you align the two while also keeping the core of knowledge intact?
First of all, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam says, and I often repeat that learning leads to creativity, creativity leads to thinking, and thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. So knowledge is something which is very, very essential, and we have to keep on gathering knowledge each and every day till the last breath of our life. Now, in academics, basic academics is very important, and people may have a lot of skills, there may be a lot of skills, God-gifted skills, which they can hone and also be brilliant, more brilliant than that with each passing day, each passing month. But at the same time, and I'm sure of that because I run a motivational talk show in a channel called Joyer Pathe, and the show is Joyer Pathe Sange Sujoy, and invite celebrities, invite people who are successful. Every one of them says that basic education is very important. So education is very important. Whatever you do in life, basic education is very good. Academics is very important. That gives you a sense of discipline, your respect towards time, and also this is very important. The basic education till date remains the same, but there has been a paradigm shift in which the academics has moved. You know that at a point of time, there was no chat GPT. There was no WhatsApp. So Shidhu Jata kind of people were there who used to have a lot of knowledge, computer brains. So these days, not only the students are empowered, but the students are so empowered that the faculties needs to study more to catch up with them, to answer them,
Right.
to be actually respected in their fields. You cannot have a overall knowledge and go to a class and address the students because the moment you say something wrong, they have their smartphones and they will find out that you are speaking wrong. So I think the quality of knowledge is improving also with this kind of advent because human mind, human presence is irreplaceable. No amount of online education can replace an offline education. But online education is very important because you can take it in a time of your choice.
Right.
Time is it's something which is never going to stop for you. So it's not stop for you, me, or anybody else. So between that, you have to keep on picking up. So academics has changed over there, and it's going and will go through a lot of change at this point of time. But human intervention, human presence cannot be changed because emotions cannot be replaceable. And the kind of, that the knowledge that you gather, you assimilate the knowledge to bring out something which is totally to you, totally to that faculty or totally to that student. That assimilation cannot be done by the AI also.
Never.
It will follow patterns, will try to emulate, but I feel that this kind of practical experience of a faculty or a student is something which will be revered throughout all times to come. The format is going to change, but it will be there. So huge. But one thing I'll say in between, whether you ask or not, that social media is a menace. Social media is a learner also, is a teacher, great teacher, but it's a menace. So what everyone, not only the students, faculties, parents, guardians, have to do is to divide the time between the time they are going to have to restrict the time on social media and then go back to books, go back to proper knowledge gathering before they come to social media and share that knowledge.
Right. We have talked about human connection. We have talked about the importance of the intervention of teachers, students, and we have also talked about time. So you have handheld Techno India today to, expand over 100 branches all over the country. And you have sort of expanded, you have immense contribution in expanding the business, which itself makes you a person with very limited time. Like from the beginning we have been saying, you have an extremely busy schedule. Even among this, do you get time to interact with students personally, on a personal level? Do you get to talk to them about the education, the administration, and how important do you think those conversations, if yes, lay out to be?
First of all, I'll correct your statement. I have joined here for 17 and a half years.
Right.
But the Techno India Group, if not in the name of Techno India, is running for the last 40 years.
Almost half a century, yes.
Yes, or
Yes.
40 years.
Yes.
And the father figure and the founder of the group is Professor Dr. Gautam Rai Choudhury.
Right.
I keep on saying my Karma Guru in
Right,
education.
right.
And he had a vision which is Techno India right at this
Right.
point of time.
Right.
I have only been a soldier in whatever command he gave to execute.
Absolutely, but
so he had this,
what
because
I-
he's the one. Trust me.
Right.
Before I joined, now there may be 121 institutions at this point of time, but by the time I joined, it had more than 40 or 45 institutions at that point of time.
But I
So-
still think that your contribution there is equally important.
it's not only an individual contribution.
Right.
I mean, I'm not being, I'm not showing humility in that,
Right.
but it's a team effort. It's a team
Absolutely.
effort under the leadership of the visionary chairman.
Right.
And who eats, drinks, sleeps, thinks only of Techno India.
Mm-hmm.
If you sit with him, all the stories are on Techno India. And I feel I have learned from him, seeing him, watching him, talking to him, interacting with him. And he's a neighbor to me also for the
Right.
last 40 years.
Right.
That in order to be successful out of the box,
Right.
you need to focus on any of the things and have, that what differentiates between a great man or the ordinary man is on the power of concentration. And his concentration is only Techno India. So that he gave me a platform to work upon.
Right.
Whatever kind of assignments he gave, whatever kind of responsibility, I tried to do it to the best of my ability.
Right.
And in the process, I became close to the students, close to the faculties. Empathy was something that I had with me. It's not me, my wife, my child,
Right.
my mother, my father. So it came from the genes. So empathy was there. And talking to the students, I find that I have become more young. So students accepted me as their mentor, as their friend, as their guide. And so that's a kind of affinity that grows towards the students.
Right.
It's after sometimes it becomes a habit, And I keep on saying that excellence is not an act. Excellence is a habit. Anything you do habitually becomes excellent. So my interaction with the students has been such that I started loving them. They started loving me, and it was that if two frequencies match, that kind of what happens, synchronous things, and that kind of relationship helped me to be more open to the students, open to them for asking questions, answers, getting any issues resolved. That may be personal, that may be institutional, that may be professional kind of stuff. And that matching of frequency of the resonance helped me to elevate to a level which is different than the others. And in addition to them, students these days, it was previously also, love curricular and co-curricular activities.
Right.
So since I was, by my passion, following many co-curricular activities like motivational talking, like singing, by reciting shairis and all the stuff, I was with my motivational talk show. So they started either liking me or hating me. That I said that you can love me or hate me, but you cannot ignore me. So yeah, and my faculties, when they come to my office, they say that, sir, you carry a lot of energy. Whenever বাংলায় বললে যে আমরা যদি ঘেঁটে যাই, মানে when we feel lost or stuff like that, we come to you and we go back motivated. So the people who trolls me said, who this guy motivates? We want to know who this guy motivates. So India wants to know kind of stuff. I thought I laugh at those those comments or those criticisms, because they doesn't know me by person. The people who knows me won't speak about that. Right. So, and that doesn't also demotivate me. More the criticism, more my motivation. their criticisms are of two types. One type of criticism is something which you can learn,
Constructive criticism.
constructive criticism, another is criticism for criticism's sake.
Hatred.
So, the hatred. Well, and that hatred, I say, that cinema.
Negativity to
Three Idiots,
ignore, yeah.
all is well, all is well.
Ekdom.
So something,
Ekdom.
when it disturbs me, I say, I don't
Take
gather
it- you
my
don't take it to
energy
your heart.
to take
Ekdom.
any revenge or to talk back at them. Means I should. It's very difficult. I'm saying it so easily, but it's very difficult to do. But at the same time, that in fact, my PR guy who does my PR says that. তোমার যেরকম ট্রোলিং হয়েছিল, it's not, people would have been so upset with that.
I think
so
that also
depressed with it.
shows the popularity of you.
I learned that. I learned that from them after the trolling was there. In fact, initially I started enjoying that trolling because that so many views are so many years I'm in the media and people haven't cared about me. So
I
found
think
that
you have been doing the kind of significant work that you have, যে people are actually considering having an opinion about you. এটা কিন্তু সবার ব্যাপারে থাকে না. But this itself is a proof that you have been doing something significant and impactful.
So I learned during that period. So every occasion comes with a learning. So when I was very upset because I was thinking that what will the seniors in my company say, I will be show caused because they were not speaking bad about me. They were speaking bad about the institution which is of a global stature. So personal criticism I could have taken, but they were criticizing my institution which I'm serving for so many years. And I was very worried that I may lose my job due to this because this is something which... And I didn't have a control. I didn't put the video which was trolled. They scouted out videos 12 years, 13 years back when I never learned how to sing. And they were putting their names on that and giving that. So that was something which drew a lot of flakes from different bodies. And I found that some of the people are very happy. They are showing sympathy on me. But at the same time, I found that my works are being noticed. People knows me. People of my neighborhood said, "Oh, to Don, survey parker. Only to Don." So this is like comments like that. But my PR said that Sujata, that people, celebrities whom he takes care, many of them say that can't we get trolled? Can't we get? So people wants to get trolled,
Viral,
so that
yeah.
viral and trolled and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's not easy. I'm serious. He tells me till date that you handle it very carefully because that one thing which helped me was my prayers every day. So there is a writing in my office chamber of Sri. I'm a devotee of Sri Ma, and it said that give yourself entirely to the divine, and you will find the solution to all my problems, all your problems. So I submitted to the Almighty that I haven't done anything bad. I'm pursuing things which are close to my heart. I'm not doing any unethical jobs. I'm doing ethical jobs. And yes, I'm trying everything which I want to try. It's a single life. And there is an end to life to everyone, not for me. So, and I keep on saying that I try doing whatever I want to do so that I don't regret that I haven't done that. And whatever I do, I want to do seriously. Another thing is that sometimes I feel nowadays that if I would have done any one of them, then I would have excelled in that. So I didn't excel in that. But again, I thought back and found that I didn't want to excel. I want to be a heptathlon player who can run, who can swim, who can do a sprint and stuff like that. And I'm happy with what I am. I have no regrets of whatever I have done, not whatever I have tried. And I keep on saying this, that whatever I'm getting these days is a bonus of life can give. Right. But till date, whatever I've got, I'm very happy with life. I'll definitely try to do more. I said that life started 63 for me. And why is 63? Because Jyoti Basu became the Chief Minister of West Bengal at the age of 63. He was born on the 8th of July, 1914. And he became the Chief Minister of the state on 20th June, 1977. So I said that I have a few more years to go before I can start my career. So it's not that the end of it, but I'm very happy with whatever God has given. I'm very grateful. I feel very blessed, born in such a wonderful family, and then with wonderful colleagues on all the companies I've worked. And this company is the most I have worked is 17 and a half years, will be 18 years on the 2nd of June this year. So So it's happy. I mean, if you do certain things which you know that you are not hurting anybody, hurting any sentiments, you are not doing harm to any person, you are not, you are not hitting below the belt of any person, then at the end of the day you will get. But we all come with our destiny. So we have good times and bad times, and
I want to ask one thing, that you are such a free-hearted person, a free-spirited person, and you have been talking যে আপনি খুব হৃদয় থেকে স্টুডেন্টদের সঙ্গে মেলামেশা করেন, ডে টু ডে ইন্টারাকশন। কিন্তু এরকম অনেক এডুকেটার আছেন, বিকজ ইউ রান দ্য কাইন্ড অফ অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন দ্যাট ইউ ডু, এরকম প্রচুর এডুকেটার আছে যারা আমাকে বলেছে যে আমি আগে খুব মন দিয়ে মেলামেশা করতাম, তারপরে স্টুডেন্টরা আমাকে পেয়ে বসতো, তাই জন্য আমি স্ট্রিক্ট হয়ে গেছি। বাট ইউ হ্যাভ স্পেন্ড সাচ সিগনিফিকেন্ট টাইম ইন দিস ফিল্ড অ্যান্ড ইউ wouldn't change an ounce about yourself or your personality. তো সেখানে how do you maintain the strictness, the discipline, the correct word is discipline, while also being what you are and having the relationship that you do with students?
This is যারা বলেছে তারা ঠিকই বলেছে. The thing is that students tend to go beyond the boundaries. So
but I think they have this sort of respect and they have this boundary with you.
You need to create that aura that you cannot say anything and everything under the sun to me. Yeah. So that comes with the personality, with an aura, and you know that this much can be said and this cannot be. And if that you cross that boundary, you have to rebuke them. You have to remind them that you cannot do this. It's not that it doesn't happen anytime. But they also, when I remind them that this is not to be done, they respect that. So that's kind of thing, because they know that this can be done and this cannot be done. And over the years, it passes from one batch of students to another, that Sujoy sir is very friendly, and Sujoy sir can be said this, but he cannot be taken for granted. So, and that's not for me, that's for every faculty. There are plenty of faculties who are very popular and stuff like that. But I do the teaching and the administration both at the same time. I interact with the faculties as well as the students, being in a senior position of this organization for a very long time. And I have set my benchmarks that I'll go up to this and not up to this. If anything harsh has to be said. So we form a core team so that I know that what I am conveying it's not a reaction, it's a response from my end. So that is very essential, to give a response and not a reaction as a faculty or as any individual. And I think things are becomes pretty good, pretty easy if you are true to yourself. If you can ask yourself that what you would have done if you were in that chair.
Right.
So that is very important. You need to একটা যা ইচ্ছে বলে দিলাম তো অন্য লোকটার কী মনে হলো সেটা, or empathy না থাকে. Empathy is very important. I have tried to say যে ওর যেন খারাপ না লাগে, but at the same time if something is doing which is not, so I have to convey that this is not good. You have to rationalize yourself.
I will try to wrap this podcast up, but আমার দুটো কোয়েশ্চেন আছে। একটা হচ্ছে ভেরি ইম্পর্ট্যান্ট, যে ওয়ান থিং ইজ দ্যাট ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং কলেজেসে যে কোনো বাকি কলেজের তুলনায় মাইন্ডসেটটা অনেক বেশি ডাইভার্স থাকে, স্পেশালি উইথ আ কলেজ লাইক ইয়ার্স, যেখানে প্রতি বছর ফিউ লাখ অ্যাপ্লিকেশনস আসে। সেখানেও আ সার্টেন নাম্বার অফ স্টুডেন্টস গেট অ্যাডমিটেড, যেখানে কেউ হয়তো শুধুমাত্র ওখানে আছে বিকজ অফ প্যারেন্টাল প্রেশার, কেউ আছে দে ডোন্ট নো হোয়াট দে ওয়ান্ট, দে আর ডুইং ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং, মেবি দে উইল ডু সামথিং এলস। আর দ্য কনসেন্ট্রেশন অফ স্টুডেন্টস যারা ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং ভালোবেসে পড়তে এসেছে ইজ অ্যাকচুয়ালি ভেরি লেস কম্পেয়ার টু দি আদার টু। তো এইখানে অ্যাজ অ্যান অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন পুরো ব্যাচটাকে স্ট্রিমলাইন করা ফর 4 years or 6 years, ওদের একটা মাইন্ডসেট তৈরি করা, এটা কীভাবে করেন? ফর ইয়ার্স হাউ হ্যাভ ইউ বিন ডুইং ইট?
See, যারা ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং পড়তে আসে, mostly people come from middle class backgrounds. So what the middle class wants actually a job at the end of the any course whatsoever. 4 বছরের জন্য আসে যে 4 বছর বাদে একটা জব পাবে, এটা one factor. Second হচ্ছে বিদেশে পড়ার জন্য, when you want to go abroad, you have been abroad, so it requires 16 years of basic education, যেখানে engineering fits the bill, 12 years plus 2 of the and 4 years in engineering, so that's one. Now these days, in our time, there was only Jadavpur, Shivpur and the IITs. Now these days there are umpteen number of opportunities to pursue engineering. So people, middle class, India is a country of 140 crores, so, and 50% of the people are so young. So people wants to do something with the get employed. So the guardians want that, okay, another 5 years we can bear and then they should get employed. So from that stuff, people comes. But you will notice that here also, number of courses has started and doing well, like hotel management, like marine, which was there previously, but it has taken up, like fashion design. So people know, like previously, very ordinary students used to come mostly for legal courses, but now there is a CLAT where best of the people comes. There are people coming from BBAs to do their MBAs. They write the CAT exam and other exams to them. So there are a lot of, but people who comes to engineering, their first focus is to skill themselves so that they get a job.
Right.
Some comes loving engineering, some comes without loving that to get a job. But by the 4 years, what I communicate to them during the day, during the induction session is that give 4 years to this study.
Right.
After that, get a job. Have your
Pursue
ends
whatever,
meal secured. Then you pursue your passion. By 4 years, you come to realize whether you love the subject or not. Actually, we do not know. The students, any individual person doesn't know what he loves and what he doesn't love. Right. Very few individuals are so focused who know that this is what I want. This is very difficult to know. So after that, they pursue, and so coming to engineering, people understand that this is the vocation. This is a course which can give me a job if I study well. And there are a lot of opportunities in the country. And people understand this is not my, they go to management and other stuff after that. It's not that they want, because they doesn't know also whether they're good managers or not.
Right.
So they say that I find that no, engineering is not working for me. I'll go for this, I'll go for that. But nobody, I keep on saying the students, if you are good at anything you are good or different or delta X difference than the lot, your job is assured. We keep on saying that the perception is that there's a dearth of jobs in the country. But I feel there's a dearth of employable people in the country because you do not study well. Many of the students, that takes study for granted. Correct. It's not like that you work in, you just give an exam and pass the exam and you get a degree. Degree is required in order to enter. But you have to deliver. No company is going, even my father's company is going not to retain me if I do not know the job.
Correct.
So that's the stuff that you have to know the job. And knowing a job is not easy. You have to work day in and day out to be a master of that. Even not a master, or kaam chala hone bhi kuch to hard work karna.
Right.
And there is no shortcut way to success except hard work.
Right.
And you have to keep on practicing.
Right.
We say that practice makes a man perfect. It's not like that. Perfect practice makes a man perfect. So you have to, in order to that, you have to have a good boss or a good guru, so who will guide you to the same that. And you have to take, that there is a lot of, we talk of a lot of depressions these days. So during the time of Corona, during all my shows, I used to say a 3-liner which I used to say to myself, that God grant me the serenity to accept things which I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference between what I can and what I cannot. So that's something, you cannot change everything under the sun.
Beautiful lines.
And you have to accept what you cannot change. You cannot change the family you are born, the skin of the color of the skin that you have. So, and if you can change anything, you have to have the courage to change. Right. So we have to, God grant me the strength to accept things which I cannot. Courage to think, and wisdom to know that ye kar sakta hai, nahi kar sakta. So that way. But again, I say, I keep on doing motivational talking in every platform. I keep on saying a lot of stuff which is surely motivate. But when it comes to one individual self, for me, it's very difficult. So I have to keep on saying to myself, keep on saying, because I said, Shabdoi Brahma, word is power. And during the time, I feel bad too. I keep on reminding myself that things that I say to the people, so that I come to believe that what I say is true. And these days, since I believe that is true, my stress level has really reduced. It's not that it's not gone. It's not like that. But definitely it has reduced because I know ये भी चला जाएगा. अमिताभ बच्चन का ये शेर है, वक्त ही तो है, गुजर जाएगा. So वक्त है, गुजर जाएगा. We've come a long way. And hope the rest of the journey is good, but at the same time I'll keep on working for the people of the country, for the young generations of the country, keep on sharing my experiences of life, which there's a number of ups and downs, that I've changed companies, my fortunes changed, it's changed from going low to going up and again coming low, again being stable, and then again low giving. So I'm coming out with a book this year called Dream Big, Win Big. And, first I thought I should write a book on the motivational talk show, which has crossed 485 episodes right at this point of time. So I took guests up to 450. I selected about 50 guests. So there, the summarization or the précis of their conversations are there. With the kind of shairis that I've used, with the kind of one-liners that I use, and they are part. But before that, my journey, have tried to document my journey, which gave me the inspiration to become a motivational speaker. And I do a lot of stuff. I am a director in CEO of Techno India, registered with Techno India University. I'm a chartered engineer and income tax license valuer. I value with several banks of the country, High Court of Calcutta, DRT, Consumer Affairs Court. Plenty of people, a lot of people, hundreds of people works with me. I run this motivational show for 10 years. I do stage shows of singing and motivational talk shows. I've worked in serial, very popular Bengali serial called Khadkuto. I did it for a couple of years. I was known as Dean Sir at that point of time. I've done multiple number of feature films, short films, feature films. I've done
এত কিছুর মধ্যে মাথা রেখে how do you maintain your sanity and how do you maintain your stress level?
It depends on your bent of mind, Initially, when I joined my dream company, MN Dastur, I thought that I will retire from that company. But something was within me which said that, Sujoy, you are not an extraordinary guy. So if you want to be different than the others, you have to do something extra. So I started doing my master's in part-time course, so that I can, because at that point of time, Dastur was flooded with people from Jadavpur, Shirpur and the IITs. So I was just another engineer over there. I didn't have any Vishwakarma skills which would stand me apart. So I started taking a master's course. Then I did my MBA. And so I kept on increasing my degrees, increasing my knowledge, so which can send me apart. And I got the time. People were in Dastur, very happy, going to movies at the end of the week, then going. So I again combined, before getting married, I challenged myself, broke the comfort level. I started taking degrees so that I can be different than the others. I started giving AutoCAD trainings. People came to know me in this too. So I changed company. I knew nothing of a software company, went over there, went to foreign shores without much of money. So it's very difficult at that point of time. That my credit card can pay all the things. So the amount of money was less. So I managed myself. So more I managed myself, more it gave me that if I do this, I can do this. If I do this, I can do this. So, something keeps on pushing you inside your mind, which doesn't let you settle with whatever you have. That's the problem or the advantage with me, that I'm never satisfied with whatever I achieved. I say that I'm done with it.
But you're always hungry to keep going.
I'm always hungry to keep going and to do more stuff. In fact, I went to the last Kerala visit where I found my daughter and my wife can read 3 times faster than me. So I came back and found in the internet there is a course by Dr. Manjunath that how to read.
I think you were also mentioning about networking. Yeah. How important is networking?
Networking is very important. Networking is priceless. Not important, it's priceless stuff, because that human minds or human resources are the most priceless resource in the whole world. And we keep on networking. Some of them, most of them may not work, but some of them works like that, which makes or breaks our career. So kind of networking, you come in touch with people. You go to a place where we have 5 people and it's not worth that 5 people and I wasted 50 minutes of my time. But you do not know, one of them may be great, and you could go to a place of 100 people. You are sure to get 1 or 2 which are going to help you at the end of the day. Right. Networking is very important, and we have to keep on networking in order to get in touch with the right people.
Correct.
Because you keep on working so that it will sometimes, you keep on reading out n number of books. Some of the contents you are going to remember for a lifetime. So keep on networking with thousands of people, and some of them are going to really give you lessons of your life, and going to help you, going to support you, or you can support them, and in return you get their blessings in that.
That also counts.
Yeah, blessings also come. You pray for yourself, blessing come to yourself. You pray for the whole world blessings come to you. If you look at life at that way, I think the Almighty, something is there, and some superpower is there which is always monitoring you. And But again, destiny plays a part. You know that if you do good, it's not keep on doing good. I find a lot of people very brilliant, very working for that, but end was not that good. So destiny plays its part, and you have to accept that. Again, I say that accept what you cannot change. So we have to accept, but at least when you also suffering, you won't feel from the brain that I did that, so I am getting this. That you did good. The whatever is in your hand, doing good is in your hand. Happening bad to you is not in your hand, so you have to accept that. So if you keep on doing like that, I think life would be a balance. But I find a lot of people suffering without me knowing that they've done anything to hurt the other people.
When we talk about suffering, I want to address, this is the last question I'll be asking you. I know time is very limited, but it's a concern that a lot of students come with, and your administration has actually played a very good role. Is somewhere where engineering colleges are involved, or in a big university as Techno, or any such big universities where this has been a problem, is harassment and ragging of students. How does your administration control it the way it does?
No, we are 100% ragging free.
Yes, and how do you work towards controlling it?
We take the faculties, the students, everything. The students' bodies are very powerful. So we have a strict vigil of whatever is happening, and it's not that we do it because we don't want people to. We don't want people to get dragged, but at the same time, the statutory bodies like AICT, UGC, they have a dictatum that if people get dragged and they complain, your license can be revoked also. So we are very human people. We don't want people to get dragged, and we form a very strong body of disciplinary committee, anti-ragging committee, with the heads, co-heads and stuff like that, which has people from the local police station. We have people from the faculties, people from the students, people from popular faculties who are in touch with the students, who are popular with the students, so that we can we counsel them right at this first day, and the students, the senior students who are members, they counsel the other seniors, and we are very strict. And if it happens, if it comes to our notice, we suspend them for maybe for the semester, a couple of weeks or months. We try to give a lesson so that the others doesn't dare to do that. We do not want people to sacrifice their career for writing, but if they do that, definitely have to do that. We have till date there's zero tolerance. So that way, so that how you become popular with the students, and because I make it very sure that this is not acceptable. There's certain things which are not acceptable,
right?
Which
you can't let it happen.
This is very inhuman, and ragging had been it had continued for a very long time, and such pungent measures were not taken during our times. So, so we were day scholars. We didn't in Jadavpur, but I used to hear in hostels there were a lot of ragging, even in Jadavpur at that point of time, and in IITs also there were a lot of ragging. So we have made it very sure that there's no ragging at this point of time.
We have come to the end of the podcast, but I would want you to leave an address for all the students who will be watching this, the parents who will be watching this podcast. Please leave a message for them.
My message to all the students will be that till 20s, till middle of 20s, study very hard. But that studying of 25 years is going to support you for the next 50 years. Being a civil engineer, I keep on saying that in order to have a strong structure, you have to have a solid foundation. So this 25 years of solid foundation of academics, of knowledge is going to help you in the long run, one. Second is give full credit and full your everything, your all kind of stuff that you can do for your parents. Support your parents because they are the God. You cannot see God, but you can see your parents. Who is a God? God is someone who blesses you. So nobody in the world blesses you more than your parents. So show them respect, show them empathy, and you are going to be blessed more than any astrologer's James or any tantric's Madhuli can do. So the third is respect seniors, juniors, respect people across all class, from your domestic help to the boss or the principal or the vice chancellor or the chancellor, whosoever. Respect is something. Next is you should have humility. You may be an extraordinary person, you may be a very blessed person, but have humility. Humility is something which is going to help you throughout your life. People are going to love you. Be very focused, have concentration. If you don't have, try to develop that, because I keep on saying that the difference between ordinary man and a great man is on the power of concentration. So practice concentration. Nothing happens without practice. So practice, read well, have knowledge, keep gathering knowledge in the rest of your life, and be passionate for anything. If you want to get something, crave for that and work for that until you reach that. And at the end of the day, you will find whether you may not have achieved that, but you won't regret that you haven't tried. So try for everything with all your heart, all your passion, and you are going to reach the success that you are destined for.
Thank you so much for coming and for sharing your words of wisdom with us. It means a lot to hear from you and to discover your pathway and all of that you have, insights that you've shared. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.